front, and so they're always having conversations when they're drunk.
Can you look at the camera?
I'm here too.
Yeah,
That's
just like now.
That's what. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go again.
And we're back with the Dr. Z Show. Welcome back, everyone.
We just finished re-recording or recording anew our intro episode because we did not have an intro episode.
Not really.
Brenna as a guest
We just showed up.
the guest questions, and in the precursor podcast, Rogue and Paladin, Anthony answered the questions, and then I just had a random episode, not even an episode. I just had a random audio recording of me answering the questions. So.
Yeah, I do remember
that.
that.
Tell them, and that's part of why I put on this hoodie. But now I know it's gonna get warm in here, so I can take off the hoodie. I was gonna
you can
make
show
it look
everyone
like
your
a different
great Pizza
day.
Planet shirt. The Pizza Planet shirt is the bomb.
I've worn it other
is
times
good.
on the podcast.
But
Jacob and I did that once. Didn't we do that where we recorded 2 podcasts in a row?
No,
But we
I don't
changed
think so.
clothes or something?
I don't think we did because we weren't doing video before. When we were recording multiple episodes, it was without video. It was
Oh, okay.
video. But Anthony had just mentioned that his pet peeve is clapping and talking, or speech.
Every time someone
speech
does
punctuated by
this.
claps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
in
hate
between every syllable or word. So I thought maybe if you just saved all the claps till the end, it would be less annoying.
It would, honestly. It would be less annoying. But it would also
I just don't understand what you're
feel
talking about.
arrogant. You're applauding your own sentence. Yes, that was a great sentence I just had.
What about
Okay, but this is
pre-clap?
not what the guys. This is not what the episode's about.
Clap in anticipation.
We're
episode's
looking
about-
back at an episode we just recorded. It's a very, very short.
No, that's a
hindsight.
great segue. That's a great segue. Jacob had the perfect segue.
Now we decided,
Pimp my ride with this segue.
despite everything that happened in 2020, we're gonna look back at it. Not that we want to. It's kind of scary, but
We're gonna look back in fear
yeah,
at what we
in
have become.
dread. Yeah. And like often happens on the show, I'm the only one who has notes.
Okay, you have notes for a specific reason that we will get into in several episodes. Because when we recorded that episode, at least at the end, there will
I
be
was also the
talk.
only one with notes for the last time we did this.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know
though.
what you're
There
talking
will be
about.
talk at the end of that episode as to who was right, who won the bet, and something else that
Now
I
you're just
forgot
spoiling
to
everything.
mention.
Come on.
Okay, there's a bet, and in
We
a
have
few
a bet
episodes,
going, and we can't explain anything about it. Don't worry
Yes.
about it.
Black entertainment television.
Oh. Bet.
oh, I was like, what the heck are you talking about BET? I was like, what?
Bet, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
bet.
so we're talking about.
If you ever need a Trivial Pursuit partner, I'm gonna interrupt you again. I'm sorry. If you ever need a Trivial Pursuit partner, Jacob is your best bet.
Yikes. Moving on.
I didn't do that on purpose until about halfway through. I was like,
So.
My heart.
Yeah, but hey, Jacob, how fast does Heinz ketchup come out of a glass bottle? Because that is a metric that they measure, and I got this right at trivia night, and I'm really proud of it.
okay, I thought you were just
What is-
asking him that just to be random,
have-
and I was like, what?
Do you have to guess what unit of measurement they use for the speed? Meters per second.
You know what? Fuck it. No.
Meters per second. Oh my
So
god.
what- So the
Or is
question.
it just
need?
time?
No. So they measured it in miles per hour.
This is not time.
When you
this is not
squeeze
what
it.
time is,
Stop,
Jacob.
stop,
No. I mean, so look, you turn the bottle over. Let's say you're not.
understand.
Let's say you're not squeezing it, and it's just slowly dripping down the sides.
So the question itself was, what liquid or what condiment? No. Sorry, it might have been just what liquid comes out of the bottle at this measurement at this miles per hour, and you had to guess what liquid. And I guessed it correctly, which is Heinz ketchup. specifically in the glass bottle, and it's like
Oh, in the
0.2
glass bottle.
in the glass bottle specifically, and it's like 0.28 miles per hour.
Okay.
And
Miles per hour. I imagine somebody with like
they
a speed camera, like one of the cop speed guns, like
Yeah.
measuring
I
it,
just
like standing there,
talk
like
about
pointed at it.
insanely useless trivia. I just wanted to throw that out there because I will never let the people I was with that night live it down, because none of them believed me except for one of them, because I was so sold on ketchup, and I didn't know it for sure, but I was like, what liquids could be measured by viscosity, where viscosity would like be a metric of how good the product is, and like motor oil's too liquid.
You can tell that Brenna is really excited about this.
Vaseline is like too solid. Ketchup? Like my brain said ketchup, and then on the thing I wrote like ketchup in a glass bottle, like Heinz ketchup in a glass bottle, and like the dude read it and was like, I don't know how I don't know how some of you got it like exactly, but you did. I was just looking for Heinz ketchup, but I'm really proud of it. Anyway, we're talking about the dumpster fire that was 2020.
And the hope that is 2021.
I can't have hope. I can have hope, but like I feel like it's not good for my health. After
Not
last week,
anymore.
not anymore.
I mean,
Okay.
go back and watch the 2020 episode
God,
where we
we're
look
so-
ahead and we're like,
So bright,
oh, it'll be
cheery.
so wonderful, and then just like
so
everything was just,
There were so many cool things happening, and we were really excited about them, and then a
some of
lot
them
of that
just
didn't
fucking
happen.
It just didn't happen. Just straight up was like,
So-
nah.
We're here to talk about all of it. Let's just start with some of the weird notes I have. A couple episodes ago, I don't remember if it was like 2 or 3, we mentioned the Netflix universe.
That was the last episode.
Last episode? Okay.
Yeah.
We mentioned
How the Netflix Christmas special universe exists in the same
mentioned it
timeline as
again.
the Warhammer 40k timeline.
Yes, and we mentioned it again in the 2019 look ahead. In the 2020 look ahead. We mentioned it again, and we mentioned how Hitler doesn't exist in that universe. That's not like a fun fact. Like that's just like a weird thing, a weird like syzygy moment.
Yeah,
I vaguely remember that conversation about
Yeah.
Hitler. Like,
Because
was it Hitler didn't exist, or like Nazi Germany didn't
Hitler
exist at
didn't-
all?
Nazi Germany didn't exist at all because all of the monarchies in this are British. So if anyone
The
was an
grim darkness of
aggressor
the far
during
future, where everyone is British, right?
yes, exactly.
So either World War II did happen and the UK just went ham.
Power hungry.
Yeah.
Afterwards, or World War II never happened and there's a couple hundred years of alternate history where the UK took over more and more of
Or
Europe.
they just like colonized hardcore.
Yeah.
Well, there was 200 years of history where the UK did do that.
More.
and
No,
then
no,
there
no,
was-
where they
More.
colonized
Okay.
Europe. not
Okay, I
the
was gonna
rest
say,
of the
there was,
world.
Not
like-
the rest of the world, like Europe and the rest of the world.
Okay, I was like, they had a lot of revolutions about that. We had one
Yay.
here. Yay!
Eh. That's
In 1776 or whenever it officially.
Yeah, I know,
Not
but, like-
1776.
yeah, but currently
Wait.
17 set. No, currently with the world as we are recording this, I'm upset.
I don't even
No.
want to talk about it. We're talking about
I don't wanna talk
2020.
about it.
2020 was bad enough. Let's talk
And
about.
let's also talk about, so I think it's fine to mention some of the geopolitical things that affected, mainly we're talking about nerd stuff. There was some good media that did come out in
Yeah.
2020. However, there was a lot of good media that was also delayed because of the coronavirus pandemic. So
Yeah.
Fair.
anyways,
Yeah.
I think that is something to look back on, to look at what things
Well,
were delayed because of that.
No, holistically, like a global pandemic really threw 2020. Oh boy, did it just like,
NBA Jam, you're on fire.
yeah, like it
You're
slammed,
on
it
fire!
dunked 2020 into just like an on fire 20 car pileup. Like
I imagine somebody wearing like all the NBA Jam players running around wearing the 2020 like New Year's
Yeah.
goggles.
like playing a game like with like a fire just behind them. Yeah. So that happened. Do you know what also came out that I was really excited about this year? Was Bill and Ted Face the Music. That did come out.
Okay.
It's on YouTube. You can watch it. Did either of you watch it?
I have not.
I have not yet. I haven't heard you talk about it, so I'm like, is it good? So Brenna,
So
is it good? Your face says no.
yeah, it's kind of bad. Like
Is it bad? Just it's straight bad, or is it bad?
it's not like enjoyable
Bill and Ted bad.
No, it's not even Bill and Ted enjoyable bad. Like it's just kind of a hodgepodge movie. You can
It is
kind
a
of
movie that exists.
Is it like a fan
Yeah.
service movie?
yeah, a little bit. But there's like some fun touches. I mean, like their daughters are in it, and I really enjoy their daughters.
That's a weird sentence, but okay. I
Like
understand what
like
you're
as characters. Like
Their
as characters,
daughters perform.
yeah, they
Right.
performed really well. I mean, but I also like the concept of the characters because in the movie, and you find this out immediately, they name their daughters after each other. So
What?
they're Billy and Thea, I believe,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
really like because like they're named after Bill and Ted. So,
Okay,
like,
right. No.
I don't know. I think it's very funny.
Cute?
Yeah, it's cute. Like it's cute best friend shit. And then like Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves just get to be Bill and
Be
Ted,
Bill and Ted again.
and they have fun time doing that. It's so nice seeing Keanu Reeves just like have fun acting. But the plot's not my favorite. It feels really
Back to the Future.
worse because I actually enjoy the third Back to the Future movie.
Well, that's what the trailer tells me. The trailer tells me it's basically Back to the Future 3, but Bill and Ted.
Kinda. I would watch it if you're a fan of the series because it is a nice tribute. It's a nice ending. You get a lot of interesting stuff, but it's not like my favorite.
So it's not like X-Men 3 or The Matrix Revolutions. It's like
Right.
a tier or two above.
Yeah, it's like it's watchable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's watchable. Other things that came out this year, Animal Crossing and Doom.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing came out at the perfect time though. Like Nintendo is behind coronavirus.
Yeah,
You're welcome, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, Nintendo is behind coronavirus. Because Animal Crossing like came out and the coronavirus just like locked everything down. Yeah, Brenna's very happy. She now has a Switch
I do.
that I will take 5% credit for.
And it's got the Animal Crossing back to it.
Because we recorded an episode and Brenna was like, I want to Switch so bad, but scalpers online are the worst. And
Yeah,
then
and
I
then-
was at Walmart and I was like, there's a Switch here.
Ooh,
I
Scalper
wonder
sounds
if I
like it
could
would
ship
be.
it. I wonder if I could ship it to Brenna. And I messaged her, and as we were checking, as my wife and I were like checking out in line, she was like, "Oh!" And
Mhm.
so I like.
Well,
ran
and
out
it was like
to
a
the
really
store,
good
bought it.
price for it too. Like it was a good price for it. So I
And
was
then she-
excited.
Then she Venmoed me. I didn't
And
like
I
buy
Venmoed.
it for.
Yeah, I
just give it,
Venmoed money.
like-
There was an exchange. So that happened, and I know Doom was big too. A lot of people.
It was.
You played
It was
Doom?
Doom Eternal. Yeah.
Yeah, Doom Eternal.
It was Doom Eternal.
I heard
It's got a
good
lot of.
things.
It's good. It's got a lot of like really irritating first-person platformer garbage.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of like them kicking the story down your throat in this one. In Doom 2016, the story like sort of happens in the background. And of course I'm going to quote Zero Punctuation again. Like he puts it best when the story is like being told like what happened or like right before you wake up in Doom 2016 through this like little machine in an elevator. This guy who sounds like Dr. Claw is like telling you like, oh, this is what's happening or whatever. And the Doom guy, or as he's known in Doom Eternal, the Doom Slayer, just like picks up the machine that's making noise and just like smashes it against the wall. And that was the perfect opening to Doom 2016. In Doom Eternal, they try to build the mythos of the Doomslayer like really hard,
Mhm.
and like
in a
I'm-
in a Master Chief way.
more than
Ooh.
that. Like, I'm not here for an epic story. Like, if I want an epic story, I'm gonna go play The Witcher 3 again. I'm here to blow shit up with big ass guns. Like, it's good, and if you're a fan of Doom 2016, it's definitely worth checking out. But like, dial back your expectations a little bit.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
The platformery shit, especially over like insta death pits, is not a thing. It was in Doom 2016 for a little bit. It's a lot in Doom Eternal.
Okay.
Hmm.
But being the Doomslayer and blowing everything up is awesome. So it gets points for that. Cyberpunk
That's good.
2077
That
also
one did come
finally
out?
came out.
Yes.
I'm enjoying it. Brenna said she's enjoying it.
I'm enjoying
That's all
it.
we're gonna say on it.
Yeah.
Because everyone else
Like-
is talking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
Also,
not enjoying it.
Baldur's Gate 3 is in early
not playing.
access.
Is it actually? I did
It
not know
is,
that.
and I have
Okay.
played a lot of it, and it's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
fun.
Okay.
Is it
Yep.
buggy to all hell? Yeah, but it's
Oh,
early access.
Well, it's early access.
So,
Yeah, of course.
I don't fucking mind. Like, my friends and I were playing like a party of it, and
Yeah, that was a weird
Um,
inflection.
I was
Sort of.
playing-
Yeah.
I don't mind. Yeah, it's
Show.
so. Yeah, no, I'm a fan.
So
Of
Jacob
Baldur's
talks about
Gate
the condom.
Yeah. So I, recommend.
Did you play the other two Baldur's Gate games? Just
I have
for like
not.
my own personal reference
I
of
haven't.
your experience with the series. They're very boring.
Cool.
Definitely
Um,
have like a podcast or something going while you're playing them. Definitely have something happening in the background.
Okay. This one's got a lot of like good music. It's got a lot of like fun touches. Interesting characters. And I'm really excited for the full version. So,
Okay.
get that happening.
Your
Did they
voice is very
say-
floaty
Now, did they
right
say
now.
that
Like
was
you're
gonna-
some kind of like little Baldur's Gate fairy.
The Baldur's Gate Fairy.
where the fairy flies, airy
Yeah.
lies. Not a twist anymore. If you didn't play it, get on my face. That's coming out this year. It's awesome. I'm hyped.
What is that?
Bravely Default 2 is supposed to come out. I played the demo on
Uh,
Switch a lot, like
there,
an
we'll get there.
uncomfortable amount.
We'll get there.
Um,
So, another thing that came out that I just want to mention, and I've read part of it, but Suzanne Collins released a new book this year in the Hunger Games universe.
Whoa.
oh, okay. I was like,
What?
who is that? Right.
The Ballad of
Wow.
Songbirds and Snakes, and it's a prequel to the Hunger Games. And I read like the first several chapters, and positive so far. I'm interested to see where it goes. But I feel like that came out because talk about like cultural touchstone for a hot second there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hunger Games. Okay, I was like,
Hunger
where?
Games.
Right.
Hunger Games.
Fair.
And then other things that like happened this year that I think we can talk about, like real quick.
Supernatural finally fucking ended.
That was
we had
on,
some
on my
episodes
list.
about that.
We did. We had some episodes where we mentioned it.
Mentioned.
I love you, but only in the Spanish dub. Then other
Is
things.
that your only note on it?
No, but
It
I
would be
think that's-
great if that's what you wrote down to remind you.
No,
to
I
talk,
literally just
to say
wrote
the Supernatural ended.
I literally just wrote Supernatural ended, but like the meme that will not die is "I love you, but only in the Spanish dub," and like or like stuff of that flavor. And then we've got other things
Stuff
that
of
like
Asa Sabur.
oh
It might be Asa. Whoops.
I always forget that Jacob still
Fluently speaks Spanish?
Like fluently speaks Spanish. I always forget that. It's like,
it's
and
not like
especially
he
right
like
after he
went
came
to
back, it
Mexico.
was-
I was gonna say
well, especially right after he came back from his mission, it was super weird to like hear him speak Spanish to people. I was like, what?
he only went to Mexico to learn it.
It's masculine. I'm sorry. I should have said Asa. I'm so sorry.
For our Spanish speaking viewers. Then other things that we can like mention along those lines. Movies came out. There's a lot of TV, and I kind of want to go over that in a second. There's actually a lot of TV that went under the radar, and I almost want to bring up this list that Vulture put together because I want
Not
to
sponsored.
watch it. I'm interested in watching these.
Okay.
So
TV that
or
came out.
sorry, Thrillist is the one that's like here, I'll
Still not sponsored.
still not sponsored. 40 best TV shows of 2020. And we're not going to go over all 40. I just want to like the ones that I've heard are good. I want to touch on and see if any. I doubt any of us have watched it, but I've heard of a lot of these and I'm really excited to
Yeah,
listen.
that's one thing I did
watch.
not do a lot of this year was watch TV. Although I did finally rewatch Chernobyl while I was not like half asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's
I
fantastic.
watched all of House of Lies and I know I'm 8 years late on it, but I had a good time.
I'm about
roommates
to
are
finish
finally
season 8 of
watching,
Psych.
My roommates are finally watching The West Wing.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are picking up West Wing because it's all on Netflix.
Did it like just come out on Netflix, or has it like been
Yes.
on Netflix?
No, it came out pretty recently on Netflix.
Okay, that might
And
be why
then
they're watching it.
the last two notes I have are we talked about the XFL. I
The
don't
like
think-
extreme
I don't-
football league or something.
Correct. And I just want to give our viewers who are
I love that Vince McMahon owns it.
Yeah.
Like,
I just want to give
running it
our viewers who are like hungering for that update. I just want to give that to them. Like, so the XFL is taking a break for 2020. This was supposed to be their inaugural season.
Yeah, I was like, how can you take a break? You haven't even started yet. Like,
After 5 weeks of
what are you,
play,
Italian?
And it's after 5 weeks of play in its inaugural season, the league's operations slowly came to a close due to COVID-19 and filed for bankruptcy on April 13th.
oh my gosh.
On August 2nd, 2020, actor and producer Dwayne Johnson and longtime business partner Danny Garcia led a consortium with Glenn Clarendale's Redbird Capital to purchase the XFL for $15 million hours before an auction could take place. On
Honestly,
October
because
1st,
Dwayne Johnson just has that money lying
just
around.
how's that money, man? On October 1st, the league announced it would return to the field in 2022. Now, would you like to know the teams that are in the league? Just because
Yes.
I'm okay. So
Is there a
Ow.
team called something like whatever city the football team?
no, but DC
Okay.
does have a team, and we'll get there. Out of Arlington, Texas, we've got the Dallas Renegades.
Out of Arlington,
Houston-
Texas?
Shh. Out of Houston, Texas, we've got the Houston Roughnecks. Out of Carson, California, the Los Angeles Wildcats.
Out of Carson?
That's great.
I'm very confused.
I love it.
Out of Seattle, Washington, we have the Seattle Dragons. That's the
I
West
love the hockey
Division.
announcer voice.
Thank you. In the East Division, we have, out of Washington, D.C., the D.C. Defenders.
At least they have a name.
Out
But they
of
can
East
attack.
Rutherford, New Jersey. Damn it.
They're the
Out
meta
of-
in old school RuneScape.
Out of East Rutherford, New Jersey, the New York Guardians.
Out
Out
of
of
New
Akrasa, they've
Jersey.
exalted.
Look, man,
The
okay.
different state.
The Giants
Okay,
and
okay.
the Jets both play in New Jersey. They are not New York teams.
I didn't know that actually.
Yes. Yes, they are not New York teams.
Okay,
I
you
feel-
have some opinions. Calm down.
Yes, because
Calm down a little bit.
my mom's from upstate New York, and like
Right.
people shit on the Bills, but the Bills are actually in Buffalo, okay? They are the Buffalo Bills. Are they a good team? No, but they've been making it to the playoffs recently, and we have to be proud of them because they're finally trying.
That's yikes. Okay.
They have some
That
kind of
burst into
shit
tears.
masked together, and I have to give them props. Anyway, out of St. Louis, Missouri, we have the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Why not Suntail Hawk?
Out of,
St. Louis Suntail Hawks.
I mean, out of Tampa, Florida, we've got the Tampa Bay Vipers. And
Vipers?
out
They
of
have an invasive species problem.
also out of Arlington, Texas, we have
2 teams in Arlington, Texas?
Team 9.
Yeah.
Team 9? That's what they're called? Are they going for like a Mighty Ducks thing? Like
Go Team 9.
Hold on. There's lore about them.
Team
So-
9.
there's I'm sorry, there's
Hold on.
what about them? Lore?
Team 9. Okay, so
It's an all-German team. 9 is spelled N-E-I-N.
9 is a specialized team that acts
Of
as a
Arlington, Germany.
Shut up. Team 9 is a specialized team that acts as a hybrid farm team and practice squad for the league and was inspired by a similar scheme employed by NFL Europe. It holds a maximum of 40 players at a time and is meant to prepare players for call up to one of the XFL's 8 teams to fill roster vacancies. I read that as vaccines.
So it's a feeder team
It's
that's entire purpose is to feed the
everyone.
league and get shit on
Well,
by
Yes.
the actual teams in the
Correct.
league.
The thing that she
Correct.
said was the actual word she used was farm team, and I was just like, man, they're gonna be grinding for experience like so much.
Oh God! So
Time
that's
to
our
go-
Their
XFL.
minion
Let's go
farm
farm.
is terrible.
Let's go
Yeah.
farm team 9. We have to get those sick upgrades.
So that is.
I'm really
that's
looking
the
forward
XFL
to the wide receiver the wide receiver skill tree.
Yeah. Well, no, you start as offense or defense, but then it's like based on the skill sets you develop. You know, are you gonna be a wide receiver or a corner tackle? You know what I
Okay,
mean?
The question: do you get? Are there different skill trees based on the like Paragon or Renegade like
Oh,
path you pick?
sure, for sure. So that's one of the other things, and I don't think we talked about it in the 2020 episode.
We
But I
mentioned that the XFL was gonna exist again.
No, we did. No, I wanted to talk about something else. That was our XFL update, and I got really excited when I was listening back to the episode, and I heard that I mentioned the XFL.
As a side note, something that came out. This was developed in 2020.
Oh.
Blaseball. I mentioned it before we were recording, but Blaseball exists. It came out in 2020. It has a really crazy loyal following now, and a lot of people have developed fan art around things because they randomly generate the names of the players, and then they also have like weird backgrounds and other stuff. And the players can die, and they have like weird powers and stuff. And so they have one of the guys.
As a really
Have
quick
to.
as a really quick note, Blaseball, from my limited understanding of it, is, and Jacob, you can say if this is correct or not,
Literally
but
from what
Blaseball,
Jacob has said today.
Blaseball is fantasy baseball, sort of in the same vein as like fantasy football, but like really heavy emphasis on the fantasy part of fantasy baseball.
It's
like
Yeah,
if
it is
any-
like
identified as a
D&D
sport.
and fantasy football had a baby.
how is it a sport?
It
What
is
the
a
Fuck
sport.
is a sport,
It's
Jacob?
it is a sport. And if you
I
read
don't
the
like
rules,
it.
if you read the rule book for the game, it's a bunch of it's redacted by whatever eldritch beings control the lives of these players that are trapped in this dimension that play Blaseball.
So,
This reminds me of the book Summerland, that is basically baseball but with like heavy Norse mythology influence. It's a Michael Chabon book. It's one of the weirdest fucking books I've ever read in my life.
there's
And
more.
reading that book is like being high.
There's golf.
Lol.
Yeah, golf is a former sport that was once widely popular until it was eradicated in the baseball glorf conflict of XX44-XX2L.
Yeah, anyways, Blaseball, looking
What
for
the
it's
hap is
right now.
fucking A right
looking
now?
looking
Like,
forward to it in 2021. But
The club, the club was used to strike the pseudopod. What?
anyways, we should move away from this. But I think this new realm where we're pretending to be interested in sports, where Brenna brought a legitimate interest in sports. because I've never cared about sports really.
I like sports.
I enjoy ping pong. That's kind of it. Like,
We
Is that a
break
sport?
Yeah, it's totally a sport.
Yeah.
We break stereotypes on this
And
show. The girl's
breakdance-
probably the most knowledgeable.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
breakdancing is going to be in the Olympics.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited.
What?
Yeah, breakdancing, Olympic
Oh, it's
Talking
dancing.
about
lit.
it for like 10 years. They've been talking about it for like 10 years.
Yeah, that's how much I know about sports.
Jesus, I don't.
Thanks,
Okay,
Joe.
the last thing I wanted to mention because
Shaun White is a snowboarder. That's what I know about sports.
yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is just real quick. It's Magic related, and we didn't talk about it in the retrospective, but they called 2020 the year of Commander. That was like the marketing for it.
So the part that they missed was the year of shitting on Commander.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say like it would have been the year of Commander had we all been able to like come together and
To play Magic
an
together.
interactive card game
At
with
all.
4 people in one room.
Yeah.
Was it like the year of Arena? Absolutely. Like more players than ever were on Arena, and like wait times were significantly less because of that. However, and some good product came out. I mean, Commander Legends came out. You know, some good stuff came out, but like
White card draw.
white card draw. I don't have to rely on green anymore for white card draw. Oh, it feels so good.
I'm happy for you.
I don't have to rely on blue and green. Like if I wanted to, I could probably remake a mono white deck and not feel bad about it.
And Anthony like laughs at you in mono black.
All of the see, here's why I haven't gotten my hands on any Magic product, other than the fact that like I don't have lots of spending money. Is every single LGS like within 100 miles of me is closed.
Jeez.
And so like the only times that I went to an LGS were when I visited home for Thanksgiving. I was there once for like 4 hours, and that was it. Like I like, and it's great that like my roommates and my wife play Commander, because otherwise I would be like foaming at the mouth, like I need to play Magic, like ready to
Yeah.
die.
I mean, that's partially why I built Abby a commander deck.
Play Magic with me.
Play Magic with me. Yeah, Lewis and I have a couple friends here who we play with, and like we did like a deck swap for Christmas, and it was really fun. I finally get to build a Risk the Redeemed deck because I pulled Risk the Redeemed in Commander Legends,
Pricey
and
boy.
then yes, Pricey Boy. Well, and I don't know if you remember this, Anthony, but that was the first deck I talked about building myself.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and then I
And then
realized
you
it was a $30
realized-
card.
Yeah, he was like expensive.
Yeah. Well, when you're like 18 and don't have a
And you were-
job.
And you were you were just then like getting into Magic, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no,
You were like sort of
seriously.
interested in it, but then you
Yeah.
were like, I'm gonna get interested in it.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. And then, yeah, like so I settled on Risk the Exiled, and I still have Risk the Exiled to this day, with some edits. But I mean, it does elf things, man. Like,
elf deck does elf things.
yeah,
Tracks.
like I put a lot of dudes on the board, and I have a lot of lords, and they all make each other bigger. So,
Okay.
and then I can Crater Hoof, and that's the deck. Yeah, it's not the most exciting win, but like
Elf
it
on the
wins.
shelf.
But yeah, so
Okay,
that's like
so
the big things. And
not
then
the year of Commander.
I not necessarily. I
Year
don't-
of commander product.
year
would
of
say.
Commander
Year of
product is
Commander
what I was
product.
gonna say.
This
Yeah,
upcoming year will hopefully be the year of Commander playing.
because now we've all got the products, or will get the products in the near future, and we can all like enjoy it together. I also want to just like talk about the final thoughts from the episode. So Anthony, your final thought was
Oh,
about how
no.
fucking excited you were for Bloodlines 2. And it got delayed.
Awkward pause.
So we'll.
Why do you hurt me in this way?
I didn't hurt
I
you.
had I had totally forgotten that
I know you
Bloodlines 2
had.
was even coming out.
The trauma was too much for him. He
I had
blocked
like
it out.
I had basically blocked it from my memory
Well,
and
to bring
totally
more
forgotten that
pain,
Bloodlines 2 even existed until just now.
to bring more pain to this, Jacob was really hyped about Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, get fucked. Oh man, that's even
At-
worse.
At least,
I
At
elicited
least
Brenna's
Bloodlines 2
ugly
has
laugh.
like some footage.
like here,
Yeah.
Bloodlines 2.
Yeah, they were still they were actively hiring for various lead designers for Metro Prime 4 this year, and that was it. That was all the news we had.
Anticipate it. You can pre-order. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. You can pre-order it. You cannot do that for Metroid Prime 4. And then
'Cause there's
my
nothing. There's a title. Like
right, there's a title. My big takeaway was go vote, and we did that. And
please continue voting
continue voting. Let's
all
just
the
keep it
time.
up.
All the time.
And let's like remind
Vote
each
for
other.
everything.
And in a year, and I think we can safely like sum this up kind of generally about 2020. In a year that was so full of political difficulties.
You could have just said and we all would have known what you were talking
know.
about.
I know. In a year that was so full of political difficulties and political movements, I really hope that this was the like kick in the ass everyone needed to always vote. Because at the end of the day, your voice does matter. Whether or not you like the
Especially
system.
since the Georgia runoff elections were what, like 2 days ago? Or
Yeah.
yesterday? Or
And
2 days ago.
And people, like, one of the best stories I've read was there was a guy in Massachusetts for the presidential election. And in his county, he had recently moved to Boston. And he had tried adjusting his in the presidential election, he had tried adjusting his address to vote in Boston and not his hometown, which is like an hour away. And he couldn't do it in time. And his absentee ballot got lost in the mail, and it was confirmed as lost in the mail. So he was like, on election day, he was like, well, fuck it. I don't have work today. I'm going to drive to my hometown an hour away and vote. And,
oh, shit.
And there was a 1 vote difference in whether or not Biden won.
No.
I shit you not. There was a 1 vote difference in his county.
Netflix Christmas special confirmed.
But like what I'm saying
That's
is
awesome.
No matter how irrelevant like I think in one of them was like 67 votes in Georgia. Like one of them only won by 67.
Some of them are
like I think
close.
OSAP only won by 67 votes or something, I think, if I'm correct. But like it's really close. So your voice does matter whether.
And it was close. It wasn't that close, but it was close everywhere. Everywhere was close.
I understand hating the system. I hate it too in a lot of ways. But the way to change the system is not to abstain. The way to change it is from participating and from like working from within. Civil disobedience.
Yeah.
Brenna, are you secretly Run the Jewels?
No, but I've been listening to a lot of them recently, and
we'll talk about that later.
We always love some Killer Mike and LP. We always.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that later, because I did not know that you listen to Run the Jewels.
Oh, I love Run the Jewels. They have a song in Cyberpunk, and that just like reignited my.
Yeah. No, like.
It's the best song in Cyberpunk. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I think it's the best song in Cyberpunk. There was some good stuff.
Okay.
There's some good stuff on the Spanish station too, but like songs that like make me not want to get off Jackie's bike.
Yeah, where you just sit outside of a mission for like a couple minutes to finish listening to a song.
I have to get through the first chorus. I have to get through at least LP's verse, and then I'm okay. And then I can get off my bike. Not that Killer Mike's verse doesn't slap, but it's like, all right, I've been sitting outside of this.
Sitting here for 10 minutes.
Like I should get off my bike now and go talk to the quest line. Anyway, so that's my big sum up. And just one more reason that I've really embraced being a paladin this year. So that's fun.
Use the law. to change the law.
Use the law.
Okay,
to
I was
change
like,
the law.
what?
Yeah, no, it had
I
nothing
thought
to
that
do-
was a lead up to another thing you were gonna say, and I
No.
was like,
No. Be the change you want to see in the world. And in order to do that, you just gotta like participate in a system, and then we can all change it and we can make it better. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means, unless you're trying to break into the Capitol building and steal Nancy Pelosi's mail.
we said we weren't gonna talk about it. I can talk about it.
It became relevant, okay?
Okay, yes, you're right.
Now let's
Anyway.
She made it relevant. She
these
proved her
notes.
own point. Oh no.
let's take these notes
And eat them.
and set them on fire because we don't need them anymore. Because we're gonna talk about 2021.
Should have
I know.
thrown them into an ongoing dumpster fire behind
Or
her.
I
Here
wish.
also
I
here's
have a
an
lighter. I could have said.
I
that.
have an analogy that is admittedly much lower stakes than
Yeah.
like the future of the
The
free
universe.
world.
Oh well, okay, same thing.
Yeah,
Like if you want to change the meta, like if you want to change the competitive meta of a game, you don't do it by like burning down the computer, like going in and destroying the computers of the players you don't like. Like
Yeah.
you do it by beating them at the game.
yeah.
Like,
Also, just like a thing that happened in 2020 and as a quality of life improvement, I bought an ottoman for my desk. I highly recommend it.
I like how you use quality of life improvement to explain something in real life that made your real life better.
but
I mean,
It's like
quality of
the
life
referring to
is-
things you own as your inventory thing.
Well, it's like, I mean, you've
I
been
have
on
to
r
equip
slash
my shoes.
outside is one of my favorite subreddits, and I
Oh, yeah.
highly recommend everyone just like peruse it if you've never.
quality
Jacob,
of life
plug the
was a
Reddit.
term-
Jacob, plug the Reddit. Plug the Reddit. Jacob.
Oh, we have a Reddit now.
Mhm.
Subreddit.
We have a
No,
subreddit.
we do not have a subreddit.
Oh, we have a
Oh.
Reddit account. That.
We have a Reddit
That's the
account
thing.
that is active on podcast stuff. We do not have a Dr. Z Show subreddit yet.
Yet.
We could get one, I guess.
Also, quality of life was I believe that's a term that applied to just
Like it totally applies to
Real
regular
life.
Yeah.
it applied to real life before it applied to in-game
Yeah.
fixings.
Yeah.
Because
I just think of it
you
like as
talk
a
about
video
like
game thing now. Like.
yeah, because a lot of people talked about like when it comes to comparing the progress of developed countries versus undeveloped countries, you talk about like the quality of life is higher.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
in-
true.
So, yeah, buy an ottoman for your desk. It makes your life better. Also, my desk is adjustable in height, but that was an accident. So, like,
It was a feature that you weren't
Yeah.
looking
Is this a
for that
bug
came
or
with
a
something-
feature? Yes.
well, we were speedrunning speedrunning IKEA.
Any
we realized-
percent? New game
Oh
plus?
no! Well, no, I would say for that run of we got like a 90, I would say. We were wondering why the desk was so expensive. And then like while we were assembling it, like 2 weeks later, we were like, oh.
You should do a lowest percent.
Wow, you guys didn't get
of
you guys
IKEA.
didn't get the post game stats until 2 weeks later.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
They had to submit it to Speedrunners Archive for it to get
Oh, okay.
confirmed.
No, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah. We had to
Okay.
get it confirmed.
I understand.
Yeah. The only thing we were missing was the dining room chairs. The dining room.
Make sure
no,
they weren't using any
No,
hacks.
we did get the dining room
They
chairs.
weren't
We got the
glitching.
dining room chairs. Oh.
I
fuck.
imagine someone like stuck in a wall at Target.
Okay, actual IKEA speedrunning category. If we were to think of speedrunning,
Oh my god.
you have to
Jacob, next
find-
time we're both home, we're gonna go to
Yeah.
the IKEA at Mills, and
Yeah.
we're gonna speed run IKEA.
Okay, this is what you have to do though. You have to find an example of every accent, of every letter accent.
Woo! In like
Ooh.
the
In their
Swedish
product.
language? Okay.
Yes.
I was just gonna say,
Ooh.
like, find all of one type of product, or like a certain number of products,
Or
all,
all
of
the
one
letters
color,
in the alphabet, like
all the
and-
letters in the alphabet. Yeah, that's good.
and product names.
Different products all in the same color.
Yeah, that's why I just said that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I like that. And then
But how would you confirm though? Like I feel like you
ooh.
can confirm the accent
is-
one.
Yeah, if you
This-
look at like a list of everything. Okay.
or maybe like who can find the most products of one color.
Oh, okay. No, yeah,
Like
that's
it's
true.
more of like a challenge with other people. Also, another good one I think is assemble a house based on the vignettes.
I like that.
Speedrunning for rich people.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Assemble this building. Go.
So let's talk about what might happen in 2021. I don't want to.
We don't
So,
want to jinx
You don't
it.
want to jinx
After
it.
20, yeah, and like after 2020, I think we can all agree. You know what? We were maybe a little eager. We were maybe a little hopeful. Um, just generally. So, what do we want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about movies, video games, or no? Let's finish up with TV shows of 2020 that we missed, or that like people recommend we watch, that we'd probably be interested in. For example, Star Trek Picard.
Did
What was
that did that
I don't-
happen or did it?
That happened. 10
Okay.
episodes. The number of times I said tea, Earl Grey, hot, while waiting for the launch of this series focused on the continuing adventures of Patrick Stewart's Captain Jean-Luc Picard is at least as high as the number of shows and movies in the sprawling Star Trek franchise. So,
Holy
Exciting.
shit, that's a lot.
it's a lot. The Harley Quinn, that's on HBO Max,
Yep.
which I've heard nothing but good things about. As someone,
The animation?
yes, as someone
Oh
who
yeah, okay.
deeply loves Poison Ivy.
Mm.
Very excited about that.
I've heard only good things about the animation as
Me
well.
too.
Poison
Yeah.
ivy gives me a rash.
Mm. Bridgerton. Bridgerton, I've heard good things about. It's on Netflix.
Someone on my
Brid-
Facebook feed
there's-
was like, "I just started watching Bridgerton and I'm gonna stay up all night," and I don't know anything about it other than it's a television
which is the
series.
first show released on Netflix, produced by Shonda Rhimes after her headline-making exclusive deal with the company, is set in the early 1800s period known as the Regency, during the Austen Bronte stretch of time when English society's structure was rigid, corsets were tight, and the marriage was the number one priority of any woman considered of age. In other words, it's about hot characters doing scandalous things, just what Shondaland fans have come to expect. Heard good things.
I don't know who that is, but
Yeah,
okay.
there's some problematic things, but there's also
Yeah.
things.
I mean,
So-
that's the time period of Bronte Austen, though. Also, Star Trek Discovery on that list as well. The Haunting of Bly Manor, I've heard great things about as well.
Most of these
If
shows
you're
I'm not even
into
heard
like
about.
horror films,
It stars Ravi from the actor who played Ravi in. Oh man, my brain! I just blanked on
Yeah,
the series.
I
Zombie. Yeah,
yes,
Okay.
Ravi Chakrabarti, the actor who
we've
played him.
got more of The Expanse, which I still need to watch. I've heard nothing but the best about The Expanse.
Yeah,
What-
find the biggest screen you can and watch it on that.
What
yeah,
was formerly Pants?
Oh God,
X Pants.
just
Jacob,
hit
Get
my
out of my face right now.
The clothing formerly known as Pants.
Jesus,
Get
The
out of my
Boys.
face.
Which, if you haven't watched
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
Boys,
The Boys is
please
fantastic.
watch The Boys. If you got all like superheroes and you're like okay with gore, watch The Boys.
Oh yeah.
Gotta
Go ahead.
gotta say, really proud that The Boys shows penis, but no like, not a,
Tits.
like the more boobs, more penis than boobs, and like honestly, it makes me happy.
What is that face? Okay, I was like, what does that face
me
mean?
It's look after watching.
Does it make you happy
Game of
because you get to
Thrones.
see penis, or
No,
does
it
make
makes
you
me
happy?
happy
Okay.
because finally, I don't have to stare at a pair of tits all the time. Game of Thrones.
Right, Brenna. Right, I forget that you like vehemently hate tits with a passion.
It's just more that I don't need. Like, having your tits out doesn't make a scene more like engaging. And it's not like everyone was just whipping their dick out. It was like poignant. Like, there was a reason dicks were out, and
Right, no,
was, like-
fair. There's a lot of scenes in Game of Thrones where like there's no
There's
reason.
absolutely no
woman
reason
has
for
to have
this
her tits
woman to
out.
be topless, but she is. What We Do in the Shadows came back for their second season, which I still need.
And We're the Union did a cover of their theme, and it slaps.
Oh yeah.
Love We're the Union, great band.
Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus.
Where did
Ted, I don't know where he's going. Oh,
Oh,
now
he's just shutting the door.
she's given up.
But now we all get he's given up the charade
ruse,
that he's
the
nicely
ruse.
dressed.
Oh yeah.
The charade is gone. Yeah, Ted Gambit is wild. It's about like a teacher. Yeah, and it's Jason Sudeikis. Did we really need a goofy sounding series starring a mustache wearing Jason Sudeikis as a relentlessly upbeat, all heck spouting American football coach hired to manage a dysfunctional English Premier League football team with the new owner harboring a secret plan to tank the season?
There's
That's
lot
too
of
many
adjectives
words.
Yeah, there's a lot of adjectives in that season.
Yeah, and
or
then
in that sentence.
I May Destroy You is the big thing that I want to watch, and it's just
Okay,
about.
I thought that was a threat for a
No,
second.
I May
What?
Destroy You it stars oh god,
Stars God? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
it's
How did they pull that?
yeah, but basically it's about
Literal star
a-
power.
a girl who just has a really terrible night and it's like ruins her life. So
Is it
yeah.
the worst night of ever? Or the worst night of her life?
kind of.
A sequel.
Based on an experience that happened to the creator herself, I May Destroy You follows no reliable structure, constantly playing with the concepts of time and memory as it unravels its narratives, all culminating in a striking finale that leaves you questioning the very nature of what a satisfactory conclusion to a story as layered as this one could even be.
Okay, so they wrote the series, they realized the ending was shit, and then they wrote the synopsis.
All right.
Some movies do intentionally play with the timeline of events so that you
All of
have to
Christopher
determine if it was a reliable narration.
Christopher
Not
Nolan,
even
the
yeah.
movie.
not even if the story was good or bad, but on whether or not the narrator was reliable. And
a lot like I've
that's an
always
interesting
been a fan
think
of that.
piece.
I'm always a fan of playing with time. I mean, like, always a fan of unreliable narrators and always a fan of time. You know what I mean?
Did
like,
you ever play the Stanley Parable?
I did not. I've heard
You
good
need
things
to.
about it.
If
I
you
played
don't
the
like
preview.
if you like unreliable narrators, play the Stanley Parable.
Like a great example is
Play the Stanley Parable.
I
for
love
sure.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I did not read a lot of the books that we were forced to in high school, but One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest I read and enjoyed.
Rena was a rebel.
I was.
She fought the
Okay.
system.
So, what do we want to talk about first? Video games, movies, more TV. Want to
I
just go
was
back into
gonna
movies, more
ask
TV?
if something came out in 2020, and I don't remember what the show was.
Tenet came out, which is interesting. I haven't seen
I
it.
I have not heard anything about it. I heard that it came
I've
out.
heard good
That was
things.
about it.
I heard good things. Yeah, I heard good things about it. But it's
Mandalorian.
Venom 2 Space Jam sequel.
came
Oh,
out.
the Space Jam sequel is actually
so this-
happening now.
This is
It is.
these are things that are supposed to come out in 2021.
Yeah, the Space Jam sequel with LeBron James is actually happening.
Yeah.
Just like a
Shang-Chi
lot
and
of
the Last
fan
Samurai.
art. I'm
Cruella?
very interested in the Shang-Chi series.
The Matrix 4.
I'm not.
Whatever.
Like,
Supernova. This looks exciting. Colin Firth and Stanley Tucci are a longtime couple who embark on one
I
last
just
trip
saw the trailer
across
for that.
England
It
together
looks
in a camper.
fantastic.
That looks amazing. I love both of them.
It's
so.
it's sad.
Tucci's character has onset dementia?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
No.
it's gonna be heartbreaking.
Oh,
But it looks
boy.
very good. I did see the trailer
Yeah.
for it. It's fantastic. But it is going to be heartbreaking.
I'm interested in Cherry.
Messiah? Ooh.
Cherry.
Yeah, it's a movie starring Tom
Hanks?
No, shoot, I can't remember.
All that?
The one who plays Spider-Man. Tom Holland?
Tom
It
Holland.
is Holland? Okay, yeah. Tom Holland is I think he's a veteran with PTSD
Yeah.
who robs a
Ooh.
bank.
Ooh.
It
Yeah.
looks wild. There's a
Tom
lot
Holland?
happening there.
Tom
Yeah.
Holland, yeah. In
How
this
old is Tom
very
Holland?
serious role.
I
What,
could have
24?
sworn.
26?
I could have sworn this was supposed to already come out, but
He's
SpongeBob.
24. Good job, me.
Yeah, he's like my age. The SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run is coming out,
Huh?
which I thought had already come out, but that's just me. Other things like
Ooh, No Time to Die is coming out in April.
I'm
yes,
so
No Time to
excited. It
Die.
finally has a release date because it was delayed in
my
2020
God.
like a billion times, and it's coming out on my birth month.
It's another
Or-
sequel to All the Boys I Loved Before, to All the Boys Always and Forever. The third one is coming out apparently. Oh, Coming to America?
Why? Why do we need
I'm
like
okay
a
with it.
sequel or like a reboot of something like from 20 years ago? It's a sequel, isn't
Why
it?
not? Yeah.
Well, Mortal
Sorry, not
Kombat's
20
coming.
years ago. Wasn't it
A
like
Quiet
the
Place Part
90s
2.
or something? Oh yeah,
Eh.
Quiet Place Part 2 was supposed to come out this past
New
year.
Edgar
It
Wright
did.
movie? We got a new Edgar Wright movie. Last Night in Soho. And-
Okay.
yeah.
There's another
Edgar-
Ghostbusters movie.
Why?
What? No. Why? Stop.
It's called
Black Widow.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Fast and
Stop.
Furious
Stop
9.
making, stop making Ghostbusters.
Free Guy. Free Guy's gonna come out, which is exciting.
Ryan Reynolds.
Whatever. You just
Suicide
have bad
Squad.
opinions.
I just don't
You
like
have
him.
bad
I'm,
opinions.
there's no reason for
Bad
that's what I should have said in the intro episode. There's just no reason for me to not like him.
Yeah, there's
Like, I just
absolutely no
don't.
reason.
I just
Like,
don't.
He's
Like I
nice.
can't.
He's funny. He's
I just-
charismatic. He's good looking.
I just don't like him.
Are
I
you
don't
just
know.
jealous of him? Is that like a secret
No.
hatred that you're just like
I just don't
harboring
like
against
him.
him?
No.
In the Heights is finally coming out, which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
Yes. Venom is coming, and the new Venom movie is coming out.
I'm
G.I. Joe. There's another G.I. Joe movie.
Fucking hell.
what?
Oh,
In
the Green
October.
Knight! Oh, I'm genuinely
what?
excited about the Green Knight. Okay, so the Green Knight is starring Dev Patel. Is that? Yes, it is. The pandemic broke up Dev Patel's 2020 period piece double feature, but the personal history of David Copperfield, which did come out, may have come and gone. The Green Knight is still in the wings. The latest from the Old Man and the Gun filmmaker David Lowery, this film is a stylized take on Arthurian legend, with Patel playing Sir Gawain, a knight who has an encounter with a mysterious green giant intent on striking a perilous bargain.
Nothing you said matters because of this.
I don't want.
Is it the gritty one about the Avengers?
It's a
No.
Clifford the Big Red Dog
No,
movie.
it's horrifying.
Live action coming
Ugh.
out.
Oh
yeah,
God.
Yeah,
It's coming.
rough. Why are they making a Candyman movie? Okay, sure, whatever.
Okay, so Jacob knows, and I'm certain that a lot of people don't know this. Jacob knows why Clifford the Big Red Dog is so large.
What?
Why is it, Jacob? Wait, well,
Because-
Oh,
actually,
it's because of her love.
Brenna,
It's
do
because
you-
of her love.
Okay.
She loved
So
him so
apparently,
much.
I'm the only person that doesn't.
Yeah,
know
you're the
this.
only one. She loved him. Zoe loved her so much.
Who? Zoe? Who's Zoe?
Is that her name? What's
no,
her name?
it's like
Maggie?
Emily Elizabeth or something.
Emily Elizabeth.
Oh,
Yep.
Emily Elizabeth. Okay, whatever.
That was like a weird piece of knowledge for me to just like pull out of
Was-
my ass and know instantly.
Okay, was the Suicide Squad movie not called Suicide Squad, or is the Suicide
was.
Squad different than Suicide Squad?
What?
I believe.
Are they rebooting Suicide Squad?
I don't
I
know, but
believe-
they have the Suicide Squad is coming
Because
out.
Suicide Squad literally came out like less. It was 2019, right? It was like
I
2
mean, they
years ago.
fucked it up that badly.
Yeah, it was real bad. It was
Also,
real.
Hotel Transylvania 4?
Again?
Yeah.
Stop. Stop making those movies.
Jackass 4?
No,
Resident
stop.
Evil?
Why?
Resident
It's the
Evil?
year of 4.
The Boss Baby?
Actually,
Family Business?
hold on, back up. The new art and stuff that's like the little pieces of Resident Evil 4 that are it's being leaked, or not Resident Evil 4, of the Resident Evil reboot that are being leaked, look like it's way more true to Resident Evil, like the story, instead of like having Mila Djokovic play some rando who is just like thrust into the story. Go ahead, bro.
Dune's coming out.
Except it might not. I feel like it keeps getting delayed, and it's gonna keep getting delayed.
In theaters and on HBO Max, October 1st.
Okay, actually, this is a good point. Well, how do we feel about that? Like stuff being released in theaters and on streaming services like the same day.
I'm okay with it.
I feel like it's pushing the inevitable like death of the movie theater like industry, if you can even call it an industry.
I think the strongest pivot the movie theater industry can make, is by rerunning old movies as well as new ones.
Some theaters do that, but it's only like your hometown, like small time like theaters, and that's why they like still exist.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of that. And like I got to see Rear Window on the full screen. The Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Right. Okay. Right.
And like I really enjoyed that, and that theater was pretty full. I mean, this was pre-quarantine. Like this was probably last summer, but I really enjoyed seeing it. But like I think it's a positive thing because. Okay, I don't know. It's a positive and a negative, but
I think it's a positive because it will get more people watching the movie sooner, and it will be beneficial for the movie. It will be beneficial for the movie industry, but it's bad because it might kill the theater industry. Like it might kill the movie theater industry to death. Completely.
Eternals is also coming out this year, which I'm really excited about. I mean, look.
I don't know. 2020 taught me to not have hope. So
look, I am fully expecting to have some of my things crushed, but I'm allowed to be optimistic. Although optimism is difficult. Why is Sherlock Holmes 3 coming out?
Because Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock Holmes is fantastic.
I think Jude Law's Watson is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Jude Law's good. I just saw him in The Holiday.
I like The Holiday. Good movie.
It was a good movie.
I like Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock Holmes a lot more than I like Bendy Stitch Cucumber as Sherlock Holmes.
Wicked.
Again, or still.
A movie.
Okay, so I don't know what any of these movies are about, but I'm real excited because these are some interesting titles. These are even more undated films with 2021 potential. Ready? Next Goal Wins. Tick, tick, boom. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
That sounds like Jacob the movie.
Army of the Dead. Connected to Olivia. The Kissing Booth 3. I watched the first two. They're a guilty pleasure of mine. They're bad.
No, wrong. Never feel guilty about things that bring you joy.
They don't bring me joy though.
Does this spark joy? Into the pit?
I don't know. I like them, but they don't bring me joy. They're just like it's like eating what's something that's like filling. No, it's like what's not like. I'm trying to think of it. Never mind. It's like eating like candy. It's like eating nothing but candy. Like it's not good for you.
Oh, the Taco 12 pack from Taco Bell.
Oh yeah. Also valid. To those who wish me dead, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Thunder Force, Rebel Ridge, Things Heard and Seen, Bad Trip, The Harder They Fall, The Last Letter from Your Lover.
It sounds like the weirdest game of Mad Libs.
Yeah, Electrical Life of Louise Wayne. I don't know. There's some wild stuff in here, but I'm excited to see that. And then now we'll talk about movies.
Wild Dog.
At what point? Oh no! What? Dang it!
At what point?
It's a roast, but she needs to be here for it.
To get roasted?
Yes. Or should we? Oh,
Clark, what are you doing?
Here comes Clark.
He's gonna offer some insight.
Abby and I are looking for a cat because we had to put our cat down in December, and it was very sad. It was stupid because she had a serious health issue that was being masked by another serious health issue,
Yikes.
So we took care of the first one, and we were like, "Yay, she'll be fine now." And then it was like, "Nope."
What was the second serious health issue? Was being
Kidney
announced?
failure, just renal failure.
Oh,
Like, you know,
jeez.
we took her in, and they were like, "Yeah, she's already stage 3. Like, she's
Holy
not
crap.
going back. Like, she's not going back from this."
Holy crap. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Hold on to your roast. I'm excited about the Scott Pilgrim re-release or remaster or whatever it is that's coming out for Switch.
Yeah.
I'm hyped to play the game. So Jacob's gonna roast you.
Why?
So I was just imagining
Why not?
you. I was imagining you not
Also, Clark is
that not being an actual
Oh,
list.
he is.
I was just imagining you when you're preparing your notes, just writing down random lists of names, just
writing random movies.
trying to convince us that all these were movies that were gonna come out at some point.
I do still have to do. Should I still do the minor league baseball team, or what was I gonna do? The like, is this real or is this not? Like, which one's a real one, which one's not?
I think it was like D&D.
Oh, D&D monsters. Yeah.
Yeah,
from
that-
the
Oh,
old books.
yeah.
That's what I was. Because I was also wondering. No, I'm gonna save my minor
We
league
can't do
baseball
that in a
content.
podcast. We can't do that in a podcast format, though. We have to do that. That has to be
That has
something
to be
visual.
visual.
That has to be visual.
Yeah. That'll
Harsh.
be a fun. Well, I can also read. I guess no. I should just give you the art. You'll have to watch that one instead of listening to it. Sorry about it.
And that's okay because I'm only uploading the audio,
Yeah.
the ones that are acceptable for audio. I'm not uploading.
Okay. Let's
You're
You're not
talk.
uploading all of them?
I'm not uploading bonus bits. I'm uploading
Oh,
all the
well, of course
podcast
not.
episodes, but things like that could maybe just be bonus bits.
Let's talk about
That could
TV.
be, yeah, that could be a bonus bits episode.
Totally a bonus.
Didn't we
bit.
just talk about TV?
No, but this is new TV.
Oh, okay.
This
We're
is
talking about
upcoming,
old TV.
upcoming 2021 TV. So we've got. I'm just gonna scroll through and see what sounds exciting.
I'm sad that Brooklyn Nine-Nine still isn't coming back, but it's understandable.
WandaVision.
Ooh, I'm excited for WandaVision.
I don't know because what bothers. Okay,
The trailer made me just so hyped.
I know, but here's what bothers me about it is, and this is like the evil of Disney. Like again, still whatever, is like they're gonna force you to watch the Disney Plus television series
Mm-hmm.
about the MCU characters, and they're gonna tie it into the movies.
Yeah.
So I feel like one, that's like a dick move. Like dick move. Like I have free time like to go and watch a movie. I don't have like free time to devote to like that much television. Like and like pay attention and like notice all the little bits that's happening. So it really worries me about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness because they said that WandaVision is going to tie into that. And so I feel like if I don't watch WandaVision, I'm not going to understand some things that happen in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is really going to bother me. Like it just I don't agree with that decision. And I understand that they're doing it so that they can make money, but like
But they did
fuck
that with
them.
that with Agents of Shield.
Not
Not as badly, but there were definitely
I
like
don't
there
think
were fun
nearly
Easter
as
eggs
much,
in the.
though.
No, it was like if you watched Agents of Shield and then watched like Winter Soldier, there were fun like tidbits in there.
I'd say
But-
just
but it was
watch
fun
Easter egg
tidbits,
breakdown videos.
But it was fun tidbits. It wasn't like you had
Yeah,
to
just
watch it
watch
to
breakdown
understand what was
videos.
happening.
Look,
Y-
I'm just excited.
in
I'm
Winter
getting.
Soldier.
Look, okay, I.
No,
am
I'm
just
excited about WandaVision. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm excited about the show. I'm not excited about the precedent that they're setting.
I will take what I can get with this. Like, Marvel's doing things with their female heroes.
No,
Oh
yeah,
my God, they're doing things
completely,
with their
like,
female
you're
heroes.
completely valid in that feeling.
Oh God, like Captain Marvel was great. I'm hesitant about Black Widow because
So
of how
that
they portray Black Widow.
didn't come out or did?
It's,
Black
Because it was
Widow's
like
coming out
it's
this
coming
year.
out
about
in
to come out,
May
and then it
of
did.
It's
2021.
coming out in May. Yeah, it was gonna
Yeah.
come out and then shit happened and it got pushed back, but it's coming
Okay.
out in the future. And then with WandaVision, I'm just look, I'm just excited I get to see Vision and Scarlet Witch actually like enjoying their life in a way.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paul Bettany is
he's a
as Vision is
spectacular
fantastic.
Vision. Spectacular. And the fact that they like built that up for so long as well, like
Yeah,
that's just fucking impressive.
and they pushed it super hard in Endgame.
Yes, they did.
I think like based on like projections of like how far in advance they thought the MCU, like they knew in Endgame, like they knew that WandaVision was going to exist.
Probably.
Oh, and Quicksilver's supposed to be back in it.
Yes.
Really? Okay, I did not know
Because
that.
a lot of it a lot of it takes place kind of like in her own realities, right? Like
Yeah, so that's what they're definitely like. I'm
Pietro coming
sure.
back makes sense. Like
I'm definitely sure that they're gonna do this in WandaVision. Is they're gonna remind everyone or tell everyone who doesn't know about comics, like they're gonna tell everyone that she is one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel universe.
well, I think that's a part of like why they're playing so much with like time and aesthetic and reality warping with her is because it's literally what she does.
Right. Because in all the other movies
hope-
that she's
I
in,
hope,
she's
that's
like
my
she's there.
She's a side character. Yeah.
And even in Infinity War,
yeah, they
Thanos
make
is
fun
like,
of
I don't
it.
even know who you are.
Yeah.
And,
The
like-
villain for WandaVision is I cannot remember the name, but when I went down and some YouTube channel was doing
Oh
a
yeah.
breakdown of the trailer,
Look it up.
and when I went back and looked at the stuff, I think the villain for it is someone not as powerful as her, but someone who is a magic user, and that I think some of the events of WandaVision,
The rumor is that
I'm thinking that it might be imposed on her, and that it might not necessarily be just her having a mental break, and that she
But
might
I-
discover some of her reality warping abilities in
Well, and I think-
fighting this person who's imposed a reality on her.
Right.
That's
well,
a prediction.
And I think that's
We'll
a
see.
really interesting, like, and that's kind of how I'm taking it, right? Is like, it's not her herself causing this, but she will fix it.
there is a theory that WandaVision will change the backstory to make Magneto, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver's father.
Good, because that is canon.
They're thinking
New Mutants
either
came out in 2020, and
Yes, it did.
I don't know.
Grim Reaper leaks him being the main antagonist.
Okay.
He's a huge Vision. He's like Vision's like main
fan.
villain.
Oh yeah.
There's thinking that Doctor Doom will appear to set up a larger role in the MCU.
Doctor. Well, they need another big villain, and what's another like?
Nightmare, maybe, which Nightmare would make sense because he's a huge Doctor Strange villain.
Yes.
So for WandaVision being like
Tied to
balls
Doctor.
deep
Well,
in
and here's
Doctor
the thing.
Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I think they were also, and I think part of why Wanda got so shafted in like the earlier movies that she was in is because they were afraid of putting magic into the universe. But then when people were on board for Doctor Strange, they were like, "Fuck it, we're magic." We're
Okay.
magic.
There's also a thought
Agatha
that
Harkness.
Agatha Harkness
Yeah.
is gonna be
Ooh.
is gonna be a villain.
Oh, can we
For
get
those of you that
that?
don't know, she taught Scarlet Witch how to use her powers in Avengers Mansion
Oh.
in the 1970s. Right?
Yeah.
Comics.
Yeah, she's the one who helped her unlock all of that. So if and like think about it from this way. What if Agatha Harkness, okay, cool. We're going to go off on an Agatha Harkness tangent. What if instead of like being the villain, it's more of like a twisted mentorship? Like she's
They
like,
think that
I see your power and then I'm going to fucking make you unlock it because you deserve this and then I can use you maybe for evil ends, but like just
Okay, so
how
they think
cool
that
would that be?
okay, so they think that
Sorry.
the strongest case for it is that Wanda and Vision's neighbor, who's going to be played by Catherine Hahn, is in fact Agatha Harkness. Because Agatha's
Brenna's
like
just
aware
dying.
of Scarlet Witch's potential for magic.
She's so excited.
The last
Scared. I was so scared for this. I was really scared when they announced it because I do like Scarlet Witch a lot, and I think her whole story with Vision is really interesting. So when they were like, "We're gonna do a weird kitschy TV show with it," I was like, what? But now, like thinking about like the potential of like playing with reality and like perception and literally like using her powers like as story mechanics. Sorry, that's just like good fiction.
The last
You get
theory
the idea
is
from the
that
D&D campaign.
Oh yeah.
the last theory is that Ultron will return. That is probably the weakest theory because they like totally eliminated him in Age of Ultron.
So why?
But I mean, in the comics, like he never goes away. He's always like there somewhere. So they could
Like
bring him
Brainiac.
back. Yeah, sort of like Brainiac in the DC universe.
Okay. Moving on from my own excitement before I get too excited about something and then have my hopes crushed because it sucks.
I was surprised by how wildly excited you got about Agatha.
It's just really a comic book.
She's really excited about comic books, kid.
I'm really excited about comic books. Anyway, so the Great North is coming out, which has Nick
That's the one
Offerman,
with like
Jenny Slate, Will Forte, Paul Rust, and Aparna Nancherla, which I'm really excited. And also Alanis Morissette as an imaginary friend. What? I was on
I have
board
no
before
idea.
Also, Nick Offerman is playing a character named Beef Tobin.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We talked about this at dinner last night. Anything with Nick
Yeah,
Offerman in
it's-
it, I'm like willing to try.
Yeah. Superman and Lois.
Yeah, why are they rebooting that? I
know.
don't. Jacob might know.
Falcon and
Jacob.
Winter Soldier.
Jacob, why
I
are
don't
they
know
rebooting Superman and Lois?
Because
I
it's
know.
the CW?
Oh, but CW, they can do whatever.
Surely, you're thinking, surely the CW Arrowverse already had an entire show dedicated to Superman and Lois Lane. Until this winter, the answer had been no. Just in case you feel like you've seen the show already, though, this is not your parents, Lois and Clark. This is Lois and Clark, now their parents. Because even literal superheroes find it tough to have it all. What? Okay, whatever.
What? That's
Apparently-
a weird. That's a
apparently-
weird elevator pitch.
I also saw like images and like Brandon Routh comes back for this. And
Yeah.
Who is that?
he was
He-
the original modern Superman.
Yeah. In the
The
2006 reboot.
Yeah, in the 2006 reboot. Not in
Before-
Smallville.
Oh, in
not
Superman
Man of Steel.
Returns.
Yeah, Superman
Yeah.
Returns, not Man of Steel.
Yeah, Brandon
It's
Routh.
also bad.
But what's wild to me is that Brandon Routh was a different character in the Arrowverse already.
Yes.
He what? Really?
He was the Atom.
He was the Atom.
Not Captain Atom?
No, he was the Atom.
The Atom, like the scientist guy?
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
who can grow and shrink.
And he can, yeah,
Okay.
he was the Ant-Man for the DC universe.
Right, the DC Universe is Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Except smarter. Like
Yeah,
a lot
and
smarter.
he was, and
Yeah.
he
Like holy shit, a
dated.
lot smarter.
He was on. He like dated Felicity in Arrow. Yeah, that happened.
Okay, you said Felicity, and I was like, Black Cat? Wait, Marvel? What?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
no. In DC, no.
crossover.
He dated Arrow's now girlfriend. I don't know how that ended. When I stopped watching, they were dating.
I might know
Um,
how it ends at some point. But
Yeah, I think
Arrowverse,
eventually.
Arrowverse shows are the ones that I watch when I'm super bored and applying for jobs. So the amount that I consume is directly related to when I am unemployed.
Yeah. So that's coming back. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Hemingway.
I still don't know how to feel about that because, like, they hate each other.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a fun buddy cop, enemies to friends.
Yeah, but, like, how do you start a story with characters hating each other like that, though?
It's easy.
Because their best friend just died.
He didn't die. He just got really
He-
old.
Okay.
Well, okay,
He-
no. Does he die in Infinity War? I
No.
don't remember.
No, he dies.
He's just really
okay,
old.
He dies in the same way my D&D character is dead. They are no longer relevant to the actual pertinent story.
Yeah, but he's not dead. Maybe that'll be episode 1. They'll be like at his
Maybe,
funeral. or
like at
something.
his
I don't
funeral.
know.
Like he's an elderly man.
Yeah,
He
he's
went
like
to
super
go
ancient.
live. He went to
Mr.
go live.
Rogers.
Yeah, like anyway,
Mr. Rogers. Shut the fuck up.
Loki's also coming out this year.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A
In
beautiful
another
day
thing
for a
I'm
neighbor.
hesitant
I can
about-
do this all day. I can do this all day.
God.
So
Um,
Loki is gonna be a television show?
Yes. Loki, yet another entry in the onslaught of Marvel series coming to Disney Plus. This stars Tom Hiddleston as in his ongoing role as Loki, whom we catch up with during the events that transpire after Endgame. If you want
But
to know
he
more,
like
watch the
super
trailer.
died.
Did he?
Did he?
Thanos snapped his neck. He was dead.
Did he?
But did
Again.
he snap his neck? They undid one of them.
Oh, true.
Also, he is literally the trickster god, and it has been known in multiple cases that he has not been where he said he would be, and sent like a convincing version of himself.
Yeah, that and
Okay.
there was
That is
also a.
Well, I'm getting tired
was
of
a
them pulling
Loki-
that trick though.
Oh,
Like
no,
the
no, no,
trick
no,
has
no,
been pulled many
friggin'
times in the
the
movies
Loki
already.
in the alternate timeline got away with.
Oh, you're right. No, that
Cute.
is
Yep.
him.
Yeah.
The
So that
Loki in the
changes that
alternate timeline of
whole
where
thing.
they try to get the test. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's in the
that
trailer.
alternate
I
timeline's
remember.
just-
That's the Loki that they're having the series with. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
why,
fun.
but Gossip Girl's coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
That was really convincing.
Gremlins.
I mean,
Secret
I
Mogwai.
unironically watched an episode of Dawson's Creek over Christmas, so.
What?
Uh,
Abby's family's really into it.
yeah. Gremlins. Secret of Mogwai. Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is
Uh,
a series?
Yeah. Hawkeye, there's going to be buckets and buckets of Marvel stuff in the next few years. So much Marvel stuff that you're gonna lose your mind. But one of the Marvel things is Haley Steinfeld taking over the mantle of Hawkeye, aka Kate Bishop from Jeremy Renner's Clinton. Oh,
Yeah, it's like his daughter or something, right?
yeah.
Why are you upset?
I really like Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye. Why are they making a MacGruber TV show? You remember
what?
MacGruber? Anybody remember? I remember MacGruber.
I don't know what
MacGruber.
MacGruber is.
Oh, so
That sounds like a joke from SpongeBob.
no. Do you know who MacGyver is?
Yes.
Yes.
So SNL used to do this sketch with Will Forte called MacGruber, in which
Oh, no.
he was MacGyver but stupid.
Oh
And
no.
then MacGruber got a movie, and it was bad. And now he's getting a
Right.
TV show on Peacock. Spread the word, you freaking turds! MacGruber is back, and this time in TV form.
Oh no.
That sounds bad.
It sounds just the premise sounds bad. The premise of that as a character
Okay.
sounds bad.
Okay, so we're getting
Why isn't it
Is he
MacGuber?
is he stupid or is he like lazy? Is he
um,
stupid MacGyver or is he lazy MacGyver?
He's MacGyver with even weirder shit. And like even more terrible 80s archetypes.
Okay.
We're getting Star Wars The Bad Batch, which
Okay,
is a
please,
new animated.
please. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna
Yeah?
stop you right there. Please. For my own sanity, can we not talk about the Star Wars TV that's all being released this upcoming year?
Why?
That was announced by Kathleen Kennedy. Because Kathleen Kennedy is the literal spawn of Satan.
Okay.
This is like, okay, if I win the bet, I am unsure about whether or not the episode will be about EA, because everyone has a reason to hate EA. If I win the bet, the episode will be about the slow and painful heat death of the Star Wars universe as we know it.
Hmm.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like, even if I don't win the bet, I will make a case to talk about it because I am so worried.
The Wheel of
like-
Time?
I'm so worried.
The Wheel of Time is getting a series
How?
on Amazon?
Oh, that's how.
Yeah, that's how. I'm kind of
Amazon has a lot of fucking money. All right, Jeff
Yeah,
Bezos
I-
is
no
the
longer
literal
the
devil.
no longer the richest man in the world.
He's
Elon
not?
Musk. No, Elon Musk today, I believe, surpassed him. I shit you not. Like it was today, the day we're filming this, which was January 8th.
Okay, yes, I know the show's been going up later. Like,
It's fine. Like as of filming today, it was today or yesterday. Elon Musk.
CNBC, Elon Musk is now the richest man in the world. Forbes pegged Bezos' net worth at 184.6 billion, and Musk at 177.2 billion. Forbes, however, is not including the value of Musk's options.
Like maybe in liquid, Bezos is more rich, but like in total, in assets and like proprietary, Musk is more wealthy. But like
It doesn't. I searched Jeff Bezos' net worth, and it of course does not come up with an actual number.
of course not.
It
They
says
don't want you to.
as of December 2020, it was $184 billion.
Yeah.
And the Google search for Wikipedia as January 2021 for Elon Musk is $209 billion.
Yes, exactly.
Which is more than $184 billion.
Which means I'm correct.
That is interesting.
Yes.
Is Musk richer than Bezos? NBC
Again,
News
maybe
2
not as
days
liquid.
ago. Yes, so on Thursday, so actually 2 days ago.
Okay. So
the
I feel
7th.
like we've covered TV. We can move on
Interesting.
to finally video games.
Scott Pilgrim game is coming out. It's available
Also,
for pre-order on the 15th.
the
I'm
Five Nights
very
at Freddy's
excited.
Core Collection is coming out for people who
Yeah.
care.
Don't care.
For people who care. It's an interesting storyline. I will give it that.
Jump scares are cheap. Play Silent Hill 2. Still one
Well,
of the
I'm not talking about the actual games themselves. I am talking about the lore in the games is interesting.
terrifying if you've ever been to Chuck E. Cheese.
I mean, yeah. We've got
Pilgrim
Yakuza
game.
Remastered Collection.
I'm actually excited for that because I only like sort of dabbled in the Yakuza games and I hear really good things about them.
Super Meat Boy Forever.
That's already out. That came out a couple days ago.
It
was
says
never
it's
super into
TBA on the Wikipedia, but things happen.
I've been seeing ads for it, so you might be right.
Cultist Simulator, Skyforge, Super Mario World 3D, and Bowser's Fury.
Ooh, Super Meat Boy Forever. Initial release date December 23rd, 2020. 65% on Metacritic.
Yikes.
Ouch.
We've got Persona 5 Strikers.
A lot of people are super hyped for the
Harvest Moon One World.
Persona 5 Dynasty Warriors
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, Harvest Moon One World. I know a lot of people are excited for that.
I feel like Harvest Moon is gonna have a tough time competing with like
Stardew's update.
Stardew and Animal Crossing because they're the same kind of like work a day, like live a day kind of games.
Mhm.
And Harvest Moon in its past couple iterations like hasn't really been as innovative, however you say that word. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yakuza Like a Dragon.
That's out and it's
Is it?
wild.
Oh, I have seen that. It was slated for March release.
It's out. It's wild.
Cool. Humankind, Rune Factory, Back for Blood.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that are coming out this year or that have been announced this year that I'm just sort of like not excited about. I am excited
Yeah.
that Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition is getting DLC, adding Sicily and Burgundy as civs. And like, you know me, I'm always hungry for more Age of Empires. Like,
The Artful Escape sounds interesting. The Ascent, Blood Bowl 3,
are
Bendy
you
and the
making
Dark.
another Blood Bowl game? Really?
Yeah, apparently Bendy and the Dark Revival.
People are excited for that. Bendy and the Ink
I
Machine
am.
has a huge cult following. It's very
Well, again,
popular.
it's a very interesting storyline with a really clever art style.
Mhm.
Yeah. To
There's just not a
Dis-
lot. Like,
Disco Elysium, the final cut.
Oh,
After-
Disco Elysium had a really good reveal trailer.
Digimon Survive.
oh, that reminds me, that Zoids game that we talked about in the
Yeah.
look ahead. That Zoids game is supposed to come out this year.
Far Cry 6. Evil Dead the game.
I can't get
Secure-
excited about Far Cry anymore. Like, Ubisoft has just killed so many franchises. Hitman 3 is supposed to come out soon.
Yeah.
And Ubisoft has just been like murdering their franchises, Hitman
Gran
style.
Turismo
like-
7. Gran Turismo 7. Hello Neighbor 2. Talk about a cult following.
Yeah.
Icarus.
Sequel
Horizon
to
Forbidden
Kid
West.
Icarus.
Icarus. Is in New Zealand.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It's creating a zombie apocalypse PC. He was best known for creating zombie apocalypse PC game DayZ, which began as a mod and was later developed into its own game of the same title. Horizon Forbidden West, which is the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, which is exciting.
Neo 2.
Neo 2.
The
Leisure
second one.
Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Die Dry Twice.
No.
Oh boy.
Dying Light 2 is supposed to
Yeah.
come out. Also
That was
Hollow Knight
foul.
Silk Song,
Oh yeah.
which I guess everyone like forgot about and then remembered.
Yeah, I guess. Mass Effect Legendary Edition?
Eh.
Metro Exodus?
Yeah, we talked about that in the look ahead,
We
and that
did.
did not
Yeah.
come out. A lot of people. I never really played the first one, but a lot of people are really excited for Kerbal Space Program 2.
Yes, many people are
Mm.
excited about that. And that was
So,
another
like,
one we talked about in
good
the look
for
ahead
them?
last year. Serious Sam 4.
For Metro
That's,
Exodus, I thought like
Zero Sam 4 came out technically last year. It's
Getting
okay.
cool. Or it looks like it's getting ported to console. PS4 and Xbox.
They're making
Okay.
they're making a Strategery Starship Troopers game, which
Interesting.
Can't get
Splunky 2.
for Metro Exodus, I thought of like let my people use their day pass.
Rainbow Six Quarantine?
Splunky 2 came out on the 29th of September last year.
So Vampire the Masquerade 2 Bloodlines is
Give me hope.
is expected for quarter 3 or quarter 4. We've also got more
That's late.
Warhammer
That's
40K.
very late.
Yeah. We've got more Warhammer 40K. Maybe they're not trying to crunch their developers.
Somebody's learning.
Maybe.
Well, speaking of Warhammer 40K though, I did at the Steam sale, I did just pick up the original Dawn of War collection, and I don't know why I was sleeping on it for so long because it's
Oh.
fantastic.
That's right. Also, video game movies that are coming out in theory.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and
Mortal
the
Kombat
Uncharted. The Uncharted movie
Oh, okay.
with
Tom
Tom Holland.
Holland is Nathan Drake. I might actually,
Interesting.
excuse me.
That is
I
not
might
a poll I would have
actually,
seen.
No, I don't know
Really?
how I feel.
I can definitely see him playing.
Oh,
He doesn't have a
a-
square enough head.
I can
Yeah,
definitely see him playing
or a
Nathan
gravelly
a
enough
Nathan Drake
voice.
that I don't hate. Because I hate Nathan Drake as a character because he's annoying.
I guess. And then it's
He's
got
just so irritating. Like he's
it's
such
got
a dick.
Mark
for no
Wahlberg as
reason.
Victor Sully.
I can
Victor Sully Sullivan.
100% see that.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Nathan,
And then
Drake, and
Antonio
Josh
Antonio Banderas is in it.
As who? Who does he play?
It just says Antonio Banderas.
himself.
And then Sophie Taylor Ali is Chloe Fraser, a fellow fortune hunter, and who is Nate's love interest.
Chivalry 2 is supposed to
Yes.
come out. Chivalry 1 was very popular among many humans.
Neckbeards.
Um,
I don't know
Ollie
about
got-
that.
on
I don't know either. Milady.
Bravely Default 2
That's
is
what-
supposed to come out.
Yeah, I mentioned
Oh,
that. and
Diablo
I'm
4?
hyped. Yes, Diablo 4 I have been following very closely. And I'm apprehensive about it. Like, how are they gonna bring back Diablo this time? Because the way they did it in Diablo 2 was like, okay, we saw this in the end of Diablo 1. The way they did it in Diablo 3 was clever. How are they gonna do it in Diablo 4? Although the trailer for Diablo 4, I'm sorry, is fucking terrifying. Go watch the trailer for Diablo. Like, whatever you're doing when you listen to this or watch this, pause the video right here. Go watch the trailer for Diablo 4. Have nightmares, and then come back and finish the rest of this episode.
I just want to pop this here because the art for this is upsetting. Gotham Knights is coming out, and the
I
art
think I know what you're gonna show us.
for it is terrible.
The art for it.
Actually, yeah, we're just gonna screen share because it won't let me just save the image and put it on there quickly. So I'm just gonna pop this up here, boop, on my screen.
Oh,
Oh no.
why
Her
would you make me
hands
look
are
at
so big.
that? Oh, it's so
You know what I will say
bad.
though? The rest of her body proportions aren't the worst.
But her hands are so
Her
large.
hands are so large.
She looks like a person.
She looks
But
like
her
a person.
hands are so large.
They're rather large.
Ham hands.
But you know what? The texture on her hair is nice. But it should be up. Why do you have your hair down while you're fighting? Just okay, that's all. That's what I wanted to share with the world.
Hands are so large.
It's weirdly large. Halo Infinite, Hogwarts Legacy.
The follow from Halo Infinite is so funny because I don't care about Halo anymore.
Yeah, Hollow Knight Silk Song. I know
Mention
lots
that.
of people really excited. Yeah. Ooh, Kenna Bridge of Spirits looks amazing. Very cute.
I'll have to check it out. I've not heard about it.
Breath of the Wild 2 is rumored as well.
Is it supposed to be in 2021? Because that feels very soon.
A follow-up to one of this decade's most important, interesting, and influential games should have you very excited.
Wow, way to suck your own dick though.
This is on
I
Polygon.
Yeah, way to suck on your own dick about it though. Holy shit, that is arrogant.
I mean,
I mean, Breath of the Wild is great, but that's super.
Monster Hunter Rise. No,
I've talked about how much I don't care
For
about the
the-
Monster Hunter universe before.
For the League
I
of
have friends
Legends.
who are very passionate
crossover.
about it.
As far as Breath of the Wild 2 goes, I think because the original Breath of the Wild the first Breath of the Wild was supposed to come out for the Wii U, just kind of exclusively. That was meant to be their flagship console for a little bit, and then it wasn't.
It did the same thing, sort of, with Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess was originally supposed to be the swan song for the GameCube.
Yeah.
And they were like, wait, we don't have anything super good on the Wii.
Yeah.
Rush
so I think hopefully because of I don't think there are any other consoles that are gonna on the horizon for Nintendo that are gonna overtake
No.
the Switch immediately. I think most of them are
There's
gonna be
no way.
hardware. Most of them are gonna be
There's-
hardware upgrades.
Yeah, there's
for
no
the
way.
Switch. like the way that the 3DS family had there's so many entries in the 3DS family that are all still the 3DS. So I think Breath of the Wild 2 coming out in 2021 is a lot more possible because there's not another console on the line that would create the same delay that Breath of the Wild had, where they were, adapting it for the Switch.
It fits especially if it comes out in 2021, it will come out late.
Yes.
And late in the year, not like it'll be delayed.
Yeah.
But it fits for 2021 because 2021 is the 25th anniversary of Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
And they are talking about doing a Super Mario 3D All-Stars kind of deal with Legend of Zelda, which I hope they do. And if they do it, it needs to be nail me to the cross on this. It needs to be Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess, yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you think they would
or Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess?
I think
but
Ocarina
I doubt it would be Wind Waker because of the HD remaster thing that they did for Wii U.
Yeah, I think
I'm
Skyward Sword
Wind Waker,
may be a possibility because they have the motion
God,
control.
I hope not. Oh God,
I'm just thinking they already have the motion control. Like, at this point, why not? Like,
because it's bad.
From
Skyward
their
Sword is like universally reviled. Nintendo's smart about this. Like, Nintendo knows what its consumers will buy.
Yeah,
like,
and
Nintendo's
I think it's more likely to stick with things that they know is going to make money versus things that they're like they know people hate and are going to hate the name of instantly.
Well, yeah, and if they're sticking with like the 3 game collection, like they could easily squeeze 4 games onto there. They could easily squeeze Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and like tie them together and then put 2 other ones on there.
Yeah.
But I think Skyward Sword is super unlikely. I think it is far more likely to be Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. And the more I think about it, the Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess 3 games makes sense because Super Mario 3D All-Stars did 64, GameCube, and Wii with Super Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy.
So
I think the 3 games from the 3 like eras or generations of consoles makes sense, especially if they do it the same way they did Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which is just like a port, basically. It wasn't even like a remaster or like a re-release. It was just a port that they bundled together.
So, other things coming out, Overwatch 2.
Mm.
And Psychonauts, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, stuff like that. But something I think we've talked about on the show before, there's a handheld gaming device coming out called the Playdate. It is handheld and it comes packed with games.
This does not sound familiar.
The diminutive Game Boy like system is a simple form. It features a black and white screen with just 2 buttons, a D-pad, and a crank. Yes, a crank.
Okay.
It will come with 12 built-in games as part of Playdate's first season, but Creator Panic says the additional software from indie developers like Takahashi. Yes.
That's interesting.
From Takahashi, Zach Gage, and Bennett Foddy will be released over time.
Bennett Foddy.
Yes.
Playdate spelled like Playdate? Like
yes, one word. It's expected to release in early 2021 and will cost $149. It is very cute.
It is super cutesy. I am really not a fan of the screen being on like the one edge and not like in the middle of the ship.
But I think that's to account for the crank like systeming.
Yeah.
I'm
What's
intrigued
the crank
though.
For?
We'll see.
Panic is making it. That's very interesting.
None of these immediately stick out to me as like things we need to talk about. So I feel like we can just wrap up.
Bennett Foddy game.
Yeah. I feel like we can just wrap up because I don't have anything else big that I want to talk about.
There's not a lot of big game news. Most of the news is in TV.
Here's the thing. TV is big this year. and movies are gonna be a lot of playing catch up. So let's just final thoughts this. Like, what do you want out of 2021?
I want Vampire the Masquerade 2 Bloodlines because you reminded me about it.
Okay. Are you gonna stand by that for next year in case it gets delayed again?
And I know I said we weren't going to talk about this, but because of Cyberpunk, I'm willing to wait for it.
Cool.
I will play it when it comes out. Also, I'm realizing like over the past like couple weeks, my backlog of games is insane.
Mhm.
Especially games that I bought during the Steam sale that were like $3. That I was like,
Yeah.
that are games like I said, like I slept on the Warhammer 40K Dawn of War games because I was busy playing Age of Empires at the time, and I'm still busy playing Age of Empires at the time. But I started playing the the Dawn of War games, and I'm like, holy crap, these games are amazing. So there's a lot of catch up going on, and I finally picked up BattleTech, which is yeah.
I guess also too, like, is there one thing, you know what? And I don't know if we did this last year, but let's tie it in. Is there one thing from 2020 that you think others should enjoy if they haven't already done it? Which I think is like it's like a twofold question, right? Like one for the past, one for the future.
Okay, I would say Cyberpunk 2077, but
Depends on which depends on your hardware.
Yeah, depends on your hardware, and you know, it's getting mixed responses. I had my first kind of game breaking glitch the other day and I had to restart. But like, I don't know.
I mean, Animal Crossing New Horizons, like,
I think
was
Animal
the
Crossing
game of the year for a lot of people. But I'm like,
I'm gonna give it to Among Us.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Among Us.
I'm surprised you guys are gonna give it to Among Us because I definitely thought Jacob was gonna do what I'm about to do, and like suck the indie developer's dick. Hades.
Also valid.
Oh shoot!
If you haven't played Hades, play it. Like, goddamn, it's hard, but play it because it's amazing.
Maybe
Yeah.
Hades is just like timeless to me. Like I don't envision it as having come out in 2020. Like it was just so good that it's just like into the annals of history now.
Yeah.
Like Among Us came out in 2018, but it didn't get popular until 2020.
Gee, I wonder
Yeah,
why.
I was surprised at how old Among Us actually was.
Yeah.
Once I finally looked into it, and I was like, where did this game come from?
Also, maybe I didn't recommend Hades because even though I loved that game, like it's not for everyone. Like not everyone likes that style of game. It's an incredible game. It's awesome.
And like I don't know, I'm not into like super grindy boss fights all the time. Like that's not my jam.
Well, I mean, you said if you would recommend one thing, I would recommend. I would recommend Hades. Like,
and it's so unfortunate because I've seen the story, I've seen like the art, and I think it's beautiful. I'm just not about super grindy boss fights.
10 out of 10, you can pet the dog.
Ooh.
You can pet the dog, so
good.
10 out of 10.
Good.
You can pet the dog 3 times. It has 3 heads.
Oh, good boy. Is he the guardian of hell? Yeah. Does that matter? No. I will pet that good boy. For me, and this is just like a much more low-key game, and it came out in 2016, but I started playing it this year. I played Patchwork.
Hey. Great.
I've never actually heard
board game.
Have you played? No. On Steam.
Ooh, it's not a board game.
It is a board game, but it's also on Steam. Have you played Blockus?
No.
Hey, Blockus.
It's it's like
I'm surprised you didn't say Tetris 99 actually.
I mean, Tetris 99 means a lot to me. Oh my god, I beat 999 levels. I beat it in marathon. I did it. It took me an hour and 45 minutes, but I did it.
Holy shit, but I'm very proud of you. Patchwork does not look like my type of game, gotta say.
No, it's like just a cute puzzle game.
Asmodee Digital is still around?
Yes.
They published this game.
It's really cute.
They published the
got-
Game of Thrones board game and Gloomhaven and
Yeah,
Blood Rage and
I've
a lot
played-
of other games that are not this game.
On the board game subreddit, a lot of people joke that Patchwork is a perfect game and that it's like it's like the god of board games for them. They're like all hail the creators of Patchwork. Like
I mean, it is a pretty damn good board game. I really also I've played Gloomhaven, not the full game, but one of the expansions for the first time this year. Boy, is it a lot, but boy, is it fun and rewarding. If you are not into big grindy games, yeah, and then just something I'm looking forward to. I ordered a dining table, but I ordered a gaming dining table
Nice.
from
I'm about
Wormwood.
it.
It's the Wormwood Gaming modular dining table for people who care about that. And that's supposed to be coming in October. I could get it sooner, depending on how their shipment schedule is. But you know what? I sell furniture. I get it. It's hard. But I get my backer kit hopefully soon, and I'm gonna have a cute little table, and it's got toppers and a felt base in it, so I can play board games. And then if I'm playing a long board game, I can put the top on it, and then just come back
That's
to
dope.
it later.
Okay.
Speaking of board games, I would recommend Terraforming Mars. It didn't come out in 2020, but I discovered it in 2020, and
Splendor. We got Splendor for Christmas, and it's
Ooh, yeah.
fantastic.
Splendor's great.
Um,
Play more board
okay.
games.
Here's a question. Well, if you can, cross my fingers, to play more board games with people.
If you can.
Okay, here's a question. What game are you looking to play from 2020 that you have not yet?
nothing.
More Baldur's Gate.
Cyberpunk, eventually.
I'm hoping to play the Resident Evil 2 remake. I've heard lots of really good things about the Resident Evil 2 remake, but have not played it yet.
I want to play Border. I want to play Baldur's Gate.
In 2021,
Which it's very surprising to me still.
I was gonna say
who's talking?
Jacob, go ahead.
Yeah, talk.
In 2021, I look forward to grinding through my current library of games
Yeah.
because there's, with the exception of Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2, I'm probably not going to be getting any games. I have no idea when Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out. I'm more hopeful / optimistic of Breath of the Wild 2 coming out late 2021. But as far as stuff this year,
Finish as much as you can until then.
yeah, we have a lot of games, and we have a lot of full collections of games. All of Trine. We just finished the first Ace Attorney game because we bought the trilogy.
Right.
So we're trying to get through those.
Yeah, I'm looking at working through my backlog. It's pretty extensive.
I
mean, hey, maybe 2020 is the year of the backlog because not a lot of stuff is getting hyped coming out.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? There was something I was excited about, and I was gonna say it. Fuck.
Probably wasn't that.
Remember?
No, why? No, it wasn't that. But we're saying it now. Keep talking. I'll do my best.
Video
to remember
games, backlog of games, the Ace Attorney game.
What you were excited for or were you answering the question of what happened in 2020 that you want to revisit in 2021?
that. No. Shit.
Backlog of games, board games, Gloomhaven, Terraforming Mars.
Welcome to the part of the show where we try and jog Brenna's memory.
Oh no, man.
You could just get Lewis to bonk you on the head.
Oh, Lewis, thank you. Lewis played The Outer Wilds.
The Outer Wilds?
Yes, The Outer Wilds. And he fully had a breakdown after the ending of that game. That is how meaningful that
I can't
game
believe
was.
this happened, or it was amazing and he cried.
It was amazing and he cried.
That's how I felt about The Witcher 3. I mean, let's be honest.
He came downstairs and all he said was, "I don't want the universe to die," and started crying.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Now I want to just like go spoil the Outer
And
Wilds
that's-
for
and
myself,
that's-
but now I also want to play
No,
it.
and that's all I'm gonna say about it. Play the game because I watched him play a lot of it, and it's a beautiful game with really interesting storytelling. It is a puzzle game, and I know
Don't
you
add to my backlog. Stop.
like throw it on your wish list. Get it when it's on sale. It's like really beautiful game. Yeah, I highly recommend
What
it.
does he play it on?
He played it on Steam. But that I feel like I
It's
was
just called
doing
Outer Wilds.
The Outer Wilds.
It just says Outer Wilds.
Or Outer Wilds, yeah, whatever.
It's only $25.
Yeah, it's not
It does look very like Myst-esque puzzle.
Yeah, it's got that like it's
But it also says it's similar to Fallout 4 and the Master Chief Collection.
oh, I wouldn't call it similar to the Master Chief Collection, but like aesthetically and
That's
story wise, Fallout 4 is not the farthest.
Hmm.
I highly recommend it. Based on
might-
Lewis's reaction and Lewis's reaction alone.
That is one of my highest estimations for media. As if it makes me cry, we're good to go.
Yeah, and
What
like
game? Yeah, it's
Naruto's on that list because it made me cry.
I was gonna say,
Naruto
and, like,
game?
Oh, just Naruto the series.
in general.
But-
Lewis isn't really like a super emotional game player either. So the fact that he like felt so strongly about this, like,
I mean, I threw a chair part of the way through StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm, so there's that.
because you were so angry or sad.
Both?
Oh, I know.
I was like angry about something that happened in the
Okay.
universe that ended up not actually happening, but at the time it was like very like this happened and it's the end of this character and I was like, what the fuck?
Okay,
I was
wild.
very upset.
I don't know. But anyway, I feel like, yeah, like takeaways. Let's just, you know, like,
Get a third monitor so you can watch TV while you play your backlog of games.
well, what are you doing with the
And
second?
you interact with your
Oh,
Twitch
that's
chat.
for Discord.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure. And then, I mean, like, yeah, fine. Like, my biggest final thought is just like, I don't know.
Vote. Don't be dicks to each other.
Continue to vote. Not vote. Continue to vote. Don't be assholes.
Wear your masks.
Wear a mask, because
Get vaccinated.
Yes, get vaccinated. I know it's a new vaccine and that can seem scary, but like, fucking man, if it means not dying, I'll do it.
Hey, anti-vaxxers have come full circle now. They're like, oh, instead of vaccines, we should just introduce small doses of the virus to ourselves. Like, are you fucking
That-
smart?
Yeah.
That's what
like,
it
you have
is.
come
I
full
don't
circle.
know.
The
I don't know how
Come
people
full
miss-
circle.
werewolves. I man, like,
Get hyped for the longest Doctor Z Show episode ever. Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
Are we
maybe.
there yet?
I don't know. As long as I don't get hit by a car, I think I'll be okay.
You mean hit by a
Oh,
car? again?
yeah, you got hit by
Yeah,
a car.
that happened last year. Hey man,
Yeah,
being
2020 was a rough year for you.
No, being 24 was a rough year for me.
Okay, fair.
Just like it like started when I turned 24 and then it just didn't end. Like things that happened to me and while I was 24. My mom died. I almost got mugged. I was successfully assaulted in that, but I almost got mugged and my car stolen. The pandemic happened. Terrifyingly started a new job. Got T-boned by a semi. Other things.
Yeah,
Went
oh my.
Went
Like,
on
way to
unemployment
end
for the
the
first time
episode.
because
My
of the
God.
global pandemic. Look, I thought no one was supposed to like you when you're 23.
Oh, yeah.
The universe just was late and
Well,
hated you. You were
they
24.
found
Yeah.
They found out how much they disliked you, and they spent a whole year planning.
They
Yeah,
spent
yeah.
all of the year you were 23 planning.
Yeah, it
Oh
was a
man.
hell of a time being 24.
Is it bad that I don't remember a lot of when I was 24?
Yeah, that's
I'd have to
bad.
like think about it for a bit. A lot of my like early 20s sort of like blended together.
This has been an
Yeah.
episode of the Dr. Z Show.
have fun with an existential crisis in 2021, guys.
Yeah,
Let's start this
hey.
year off.
Yay! Coming fresh off the last existential crisis we're having.
Start journaling. I don't know.
It'll
Meditate.
be,
Catch us on
it'll be
Spotify.
important.
Catch
Yeah,
us
we're
on
on Spotify.
Spotify. Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
Mike.
big. We'll probably get an Instagram soon, and we'll throw that on the Facebook.
It'll
and
just be
Twitter.
pictures of our grandmothers, though, so don't get too excited.
I don't know if Grandma would be okay with that.
Instagram.
Instagram.
Or you could go this way. I thought of the opposite of Instagram, and I thought of Extagram. And for some reason, me and a friend of mine thought that Extagram sounded like a ghost grass type Pokemon that was of a dead deer. Like
Jacob, what?
Like X-Stagram. Like
No,
it used to be a stag /
Jacob-
ram, and now it's not because it's
Jacob,
dead.
what?
Anyways, audio.
Sometimes I worry about you.